We are moving ever closer to the first day of spring in the Southern Hemisphere, and ever closer to the 4-year anniversary of the date that our build began. It is a new week, it is a new day, and my prediction for this week is that it's going to be a slow week with not much to report. Another one quite thin on content. Reason being, the guys are still busy building our radiator, which is a rebuild from scratch in order to fit into this very complicated nose section of the vehicle. What the guys here at Lively Engineering have also discovered is that they had to skim the manifold because it was not even, it was all different sizes. So the outlets, one was higher than the other, and they have now made them all the same size, fighting with compressors and noise and that. So let's go and see what's happening with that radiator. Silverton Coastal Radiator is a short distance down the drag from Lively Engineering. Inside there, these guys have got Marai's old radiator, which is why not much is happening at Lively, and they are busy building the new aluminium radiator. It's really interesting to see the massive size difference, and you can see it very clearly here. This is the old radiator and this is the new one. It's almost double the thickness, and that is going to have a massive impact on the cooling of our now properly put together and built turbo engine. This radiator core is exactly the same as the one in Marai's current radiator. It is far too small. This is the new aluminium core. A wide shot shows just how much thicker our new radiator is going to be. When I arrived at Lively Engineering, the guys were having a gawk at something in Marai's nose area. What the guys are actually looking at is our power steering box. More specifically, the mounting, the way it's mounted onto the chassis. And what the rocket scientists did in the past is they just got like 4 metal plates, bombed them together, smacked them on the chassis and coiled, I think, 3 bolts through it. It's not enough to hold that power steering in position for a long period of time on a vehicle like this, particularly if you consider the kind of roads we envisage driving on. Plus, there's a little arm. Now, that little arm is there for a reason, and it's to give it extra stability. There's no bolt in there. There never was a bolt or even a plan made to put a bolt there. So the guys are busy going to sort that all out. Because we are so thin on content this week, it gives me time to have a mini rant. I am one of those people who is fairly active on social media, and something that I find quite disturbing recently are all these posts on missing children. People, 99.9% of them are a scam. And what happens, because most of us have got a really good heart and we're concerned, you just click on and you share like the post wants you to do. And that is how malware, nasty little bugs, get spread around. It used to be dogs. Can you remember? Oh, we've just picked up this dog, please, we need to find the owner urgently. But this is what you need to look out for. And I found this graphic on social media that sums it up pretty nicely. And on this graphic it says, it tugs at your heart. It's a missing child, an old person, or a pet. Now, it's originated from a buy or sell sketchy website. You should be on the lookout for official sources like police agencies. And there is no phone or contact number. How the hell are you going to contact them if you spread this far and wide? Now, here's an example of like a legit missing person post. You can see there's a whole lot of details here. It gives you the SAPS number, phone numbers. Just make sure what you are forwarding is something like this or similar with this kind of content. So please, guys, while we really do need to keep an eye out on our children, and we know that human trafficking is rampant across the globe, be aware. Take an image. Go to Google, you'll see a little camera icon. Click on that thing, load the photograph that you want to share, and it will tell you where it came from. It is that simple. Rant over. Back at Lively Engineering, the guys have almost completed the work on the new flange from the turbo to the exhaust. The ants in my pants are starting to bite. I am really hoping that by next week our radiator is ready for installation. If not, then those ants will turn into real bulbators, and that could make me a tad irritable. I really can't remember the last time that we had such a short insert. Everything we are now waiting on revolves around our radiator. There's nothing we can do until that thing is built. The guy said, they would try and have it ready by the Friday. It obviously isn't ready, so hopefully early next week. So but I'm learning to become patient. I mean, I've been patient for a long time, but now it's a comfortable patience, and we're just waiting for everything, all the bits and pieces to fall in place so that we can move ahead. So that is it, my friends. This was more just a quick little update. So thank you for watching. And just keep that social media thing in mind, hey? It's important. I mean, elections are won and lost on social media. It's important. Anyways, look after yourselves, your families, your possessions, and keep safe. And yes. Keep those dreams alive, people. Keep those dreams alive.